I'm not going to say a single word about the Tennessee Titans record against the Indianapolis Colts because I was a punter, and there's no reason for me to talk about that. With that being said, we did not punt much against the Tennessee Titans, so you probably have no clue who I am to begin.
Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest. It be looking like magic, better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone, eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long, pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling, squash the scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion, they seeing double, they rushing and pass the shovel, the dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back, never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag, I go full contact, out punch, out kick like a shotgun.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of HorseShoe Mob podcast. Yeah, guys, man, we had a thriller on Monday, man. On Sunday, but before we get to that game, man, I got to introduce the guys, man. Starting with Harish.
What up?
What's going on, Harish? How was your day?
Man, it was great. I think there was a lot of good to take from the game. At the end of the day, we can call it overreactions. We can call it whatever we want. I'm just frustrated with losing. It gets frustrating starting the season 0-1, right?
Yes,
and so it is frustrating, but I'm good. I'm good.
Austin, how you feeling, man?
I feel good.
Hey, guys.
A little tired, but yeah.
Tired? Yeah. It's like tomorrow will be my first day off. I had in a good while, so I'm gonna enjoy that.
You enjoy it?
Yes. And I'm Josh Senior. And guys, it look different. We don't see Chris Jackson as our host, but today I'll be your host. So bear with me. I'm gonna try to do this thing, and hey, we're gonna get through this episode. But before we get to the episode, we got to plug in our Fan Battle Sports, where you can find all of our articles, past episodes on the way. Just check us out, man, at fanbattlesports.com. And we got some news today that was kind of shocking because he played through this injury throughout the whole game, and we just not hearing that he could be missing most of the season. It could possibly return back in December. Juju Brents, we're going to miss a second-year cornerback that we drafted. Oh, man. Is it Kansas? Kansas State?
Yeah, Kansas State.
We drafted him last year, and last year he missed a couple games. He was kind of inconsistent, but this year it was supposed to be promising. And now it's cut short after the first game. What you guys think, guys?
I mean, the one thing that we didn't need to happen happened. Cornerback got hurt, and I feel like he had a good game too, and he looked promising. But it sucks because he's still so young, and injuries are getting him, and it's hard to even next year hard to just depend on him, just because we don't know if he'll be healthy.
What you think, Harish?
It's frustrating. Just story of our lives, man. We've been dealing with this for so long, man. Like every year, it's something. It's always something. It's not like it's a position of not need. It's not like it's like the backup punter, or it's like the fourth string right tackle. It's always somebody big. It's always a left tackle, a quarterback, a defensive end, a corner,
a starter.
a starter, man, it's frustrating, man. It just sucks. At the end of the day, I really, really hope, man, Juju gets better. This just goes back to what we talked about all off season, and I get that, and we'll talk about it later, but the corner depth, I'm now more terrified than I was before the season started. And I was terrified on Sunday. I think we talked about it throughout the game. I get CJ Stroud is really good. I get that, Gus Bradley's a moron. I understand all that stuff. Giving up 75% completion percentage is insane behavior at the NFL level. That is crazy to me. And then now you're losing probably your second best corner behind Kenny Moore, right?
That's definitely a big loss. So I do agree.
It's huge, man. That sucks. But I hope he gets better. I hope we see him back. Hopefully we're in a good spot where we're gonna need him if he comes back, especially that late in the season.
I'll go ahead and tell you my side of what I think about this injury. We think it's bad and devastating, but we think about the hometown kid playing for his hometown team, and he's hurt again. And this year, like I said, could miss the whole season. I think it was like a MCL on his knee. It's just unfortunate. And the guy, he had, like I said, had a promising year. Didn't play all too bad in the secondary Sunday. Just unfortunate. He played through the whole game. He played, and it was Stephen Holder. He said that
weird, yeah.
Stephen Holder said that he didn't look like he was injured, like everything was okay until we got the news today that he's going to be missing a lot of time. So we're gonna wish smooth recovery after he have his surgery, and hopefully he is back by December. But hopefully,
do we know what it is specifically? I know they said knee injury, but did they give any details?
I think it was like it said MCL.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's tough. We'll get to some comments. Let's see. So Sarah said, "Hey fellas, go Coast. I was super impressed with AR and Alec Pierce. Yeah, we were too." Teresa, sup guys? What's going on, Teresa? We're used to next man up. Yeah, that's been our thing for probably the last 10 years or longer. Next man up.
The Colts next man uppers. The Indianapolis next man uppers. That's what we are.
Yeah, we should change our name to that. But yeah, we're gonna move on to our next topic. We wish Juju smooth recovery. But go ahead.
You want me to do it or you got it? I wasn't sure if you wanted to do it or not. There you go. I'll leave it alone.
What was AR better than we expected? Go Austin. Uh-oh.
Austin, hit the mute button.
Hello.
Austin having a moment.
Sorry,
I had last week.
My internet's messed up a little bit.
Your internet is acting like Will Levis.
Ooh, good God.
Yeah.
Did you
We are
Mayo
in
to your
Tennessee.
Oh, that's fair.
We'll go
Fair
ahead.
enough.
Was he better than expected? I think yes, because there was so much people saying, "Oh, he can't throw at all," and he made some pretty spectacular plays. There's still a few, he overthrew or wasn't on target. That's gonna happen. We knew that as well. So, but I think yes, he was better than expected because he kept us in this game up until the end of it. So
yeah.
What you think, Arish?
Man, it's so tough. I don't even think saying better than expected is the right way to put it because he was so good, right? And we'll look at the stats. We'll look at the completion percentage and all this blah, 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 cockamamie stuff. Who cares? But the overall, he missed a couple throws to 80. Selfishly, he missed all the good throws to 80 Mitchell. I'm like, come on, man, get that stuff together. You hit all three of those, and my dude outshines his teammate in the NFL. 80 Mitchell could have had 3 touchdowns yesterday on 125 yards. Something stupid, insane, right? But that's neither here nor there. I think they're going to get it together. And showed me some stuff that I didn't think I would ever see. He made me the 9-route merchant believer again. I now believe in the 9-route merchant, Alec Pierce, because of him. But man, I saw some really good stuff from AR, and I just think there's like little things that you expect out of a guy that's only played 7 quarters, or really, this is his first real game he's completed in the NFL. I think he completed the Rams game, but even in the Rams game, didn't he go out for a little bit and then come back?
I think he played all the way through.
Okay, so this is his second game in 2 years that he's completed all the way through. Like, if you think of that and think what he was able to do against that Texans secondary, my God, man, the sky is the limit with this guy. I think he's better than expected for sure. I did not expect this type of – I don't know what I expected, but, man, I thought he was really good. And then the interception, again, just Kyler Granson doesn't trip. I don't think that's an interception. So
that may have been another touchdown if he didn't slip.
Exactly, man. So, I mean, I think there's some, like, I don't even want to call it bad. I think there's some like tweaking that needs to happen, but there's so much good. Like, I'm starting to see why we drafted this guy. He's so electric, man. He's so much fun to watch. He brings a dynamic to this offense that just gets you excited.
That we never had.
We haven't had in a long time.
Right.
No, very long. And from a dual threat perspective, like, yeah, Andrew Luck is he could do the dual threat stuff, but man, you just watching him and Jonathan Taylor back there in the option. Holy hell.
It was scary, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, man. It's like you don't know who's gonna get it. And it was so exciting to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on what you said for us. Like you said, both of you guys said, there was some highs and there was some lows. Lows on 4th down where he overthrew AD Mitchell on could be a first down. We also had, the touchdown he had through to a possible touchdown. He would have had to AD Mitchell, but I think they said, going credit to AD running the wrong route, whatever it was. But still, that was an opportunity that were missed.
AD never runs the wrong route. That's
correct. Derek Stingley's cooked.
He did cook him.
Derek Stingley got dusted. He never runs the wrong.
But like you said, I mean, on the first bomb to Alec Pierce, where he slipped and still able to regain and launch it 60 yards in the air, in the pocket, in the bread basket.
That's insane.
That's insane. Losing balance.
What does Austin say? Dog. Like, that's dog. That's dog level stuff. That's what a real dog looks like. That was nuts.
With pressure in his face. I think it was Brady Smith was trying to contain Hunter. And he's, like you said, he's lost his balance and still able to regain his balance and launch it 60 yards while watching his receiver run downfield wide open. That's insane. And it's all over the place right now. All over social media. This guy's a freak. I know they've been saying he's the freakiest quarterback we've seen in a while. This guy got the strength, got the arm, and he can launch it. He launched it several times Sunday. You was like, wow, like he went toe-to-toe with this guy. We're not gonna get too far into the reaction yet, but I'm impressed with with 18 starts of his career. I'm impressed. He got a long way to go. We knew that he's going to have some bad throws. We knew that it's a trial thing. He's still developing. So I didn't think too much of the 9 and 19. Everybody been talking about saying his completion percentage is down, but look at the yardage. Look at like I said, launching. Able to go toe to toe with a great quarterback in Houston. So I'm impressed, man. I expected this from him. The guy said his arm his shoulder was good, and he put it on display.
He sure did. Yeah. Even let's just say he completed 60%, right? Or 62%. Let's say he gets all 3 of those catches to AD Mitchell, right? He went 9 for 19. What is that? 12 for 19? Let me just do some quick math here. What is that? Like 60%? 63%? If he would have went 63% and had 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, nobody's complaining about that damn completion percentage. Like, nobody cares about that stupid. It's such a dumb number to look at, completion percentage.
But the thing is, and you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that when Lamar came in, he had the same issue. He was more of a running
terrible.
guy.
He's still terrible.
but won 2 MVPs. So why are we talking about completion percentage with this guy here, knowing that he might? I've said this all along. He may in his career close to 60%, but be a damn good quarterback. I'm not gonna say top 5, maybe 10 or 15, somewhere in there. He may not even be that. He just might be good.
Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP and missed a hitch route and a wide open drag route and cost his team the game on back-to-back plays. So what are we talking about? Like, literally, what are we talking about?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Let's get into this. Let's get into the reactions of the game. We touched on AR and his performances. Let's touch on the rest of the performance from the rest of the guys, whether it be the receivers, the running backs, the bad secondary, the bad D-line. Get into it. Go ahead, Reese.
I'm going to start with, I was very impressed. I don't know who I was impressed with. I actually was very impressed with the D-line to start with. Yes. And our pass rush was phenomenal. Like, CJ Stroud was running for his life, right? But I think the over, like, I don't know if we overcompensated for the pass rush, and so the run defense suffered, but the run defense was atrocious. And it's not even like plugging holes or filling gaps or setting the edge. I don't even think any of that was really. I mean, a couple times here and there, right? They got a couple wide. Just couldn't tackle, man. You couldn't tackle anything. And we know, like, when Joe Mixon is a downhill runner, so when you face runners like that, you have to tackle. I get he's big, but you've got to hold him up so and help and be able to gang tackle him. And essentially is what you have to do, right? There's the tackling was horrible. I think that's the one thing that like really stood out to me was it wasn't necessarily a scheme. Yeah, we all get mad. Gus Bradley plays 58 yards off the line of scrimmage, but we know that. Like the thing that he relies on is the fact that, yeah, I'm going to play 58 yards off the line of scrimmage, but you're going to get up, you're going to close the gap when the ball is caught, or when that hole is filled, and you're going to tackle somebody. And we just did not tackle very well. And I think it went to everybody. The defensive line, the linebackers are atrocious. The secondary, they haven't. Jesus, I don't even want to talk about them. Outside of Kenny Moore, I don't think any of them even know what the word tackle means. So, yeah, I was very impressed with the defensive line. Offensively, very impressed with the wide receiver group, minus one person. I think Alec Pierce was phenomenal. I can finally understand. Now I get why we got him, okay? But it's still not far from what I said. He excelled last week because he was the deep route guy. He's the guy that beat the top over the deep. He legitimately gives your wide receiving core or your offense the ability to beat the top over a defense. So now that's a fourth thing you have to account for in an offense that's already deadly. I will say that I was disappointed in Michael Pittman Jr. Look, I get he's the number one guy. I get that, we only lost by 2. I completely get all that stuff. But that is a guy that if he is truly your number one, you have to find a way to get him the ball. And he's got to get the ball, right? Like RPOs. Like Shane Steichen is a smart guy. And you've got to find – like he should have had if you guys watched Quincy Wilson or what's his name? The guy from the Jets last night. That offense is atrocious, but he got like 13 targets, and they gave it to him in all sorts of different ways, right?
Oh, Garrett.
Garrett Wilson over the top, down the middle, RPOs, running, screens, he got the ball every which way possible, and I think that's what we have to do for Michael Pittman Jr. Just because of the type of receiver he is. You have to feed him the ball to get him going.
I know we had touched on this yesterday, me and you, before Austin. You go with your segment or what your thoughts were on the game. I get what you're saying, but I thought I saw something different for us getting the other guys the opportunity, because we know in the past it was always number 11, getting 15 to 20 targets, and everybody else got 2 targets or 8 targets total. And it's difficult for our offense to be moved down the field because you got one guy that's being our offense.
Yeah,
of course, because you got a running back, you got JT, but having our captain being the main focus all the time, it's hard. So you get like a guy like Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, AD Mitchell going. It's gonna be hard for people stop him because now he gets open. Because you got to respect everybody on the field, including our tight ends when they get going. I mean, Granson, he was in sync with the quarterback. So I get what you're saying. Having our guy that's making $23 million, you got to find a way to get him in the offense. I think they will do that next week or in going forward, but I think it was more so getting the reps with Alec Pierce since he had a great camp, getting AD Mitchell going as well. But
I think you sprinkle that in, right? Because even the stuff to Alec Pierce and AD Mitchell, like he would throw to them often. But you use the other thing is you could use Pittman in those other ways to get Anthony Richardson going and comfortable, right? Yeah. It might have one with the accuracy down the field. It might help him like just say, "Oh, we're good," and then it helps him build to that, right? Then those big. Now you're really spreading the offense. Then, so yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm using it as more like force feeding the ball because it's a comfort level, and then use that to expand the field and get him more comfortable. So he nailed those deep shots, but then when he didn't, he had a couple throws that were errant. Then you back to all right, RPOs, and then just build it back up again. And it's just a way to build confidence. And I think it's a mixture of both things, right? Got to force feed him, Michael Pittman, but you also you want to do that because you want Michael Pittman to essentially be a safety blanket because you don't have one. And that's the guy that's the most familiar with the offense.
That's something that Shane Steichen got to learn from.
Yeah, okay. Shane's a smart guy. I have no problem. I have no concerns that he won't figure it out.
Gotcha. Before Austin, I'm going to read this comment. I love the fact that our free runs that we had, for the most part, he tried to slide and get out of bounds. That was important. I saw he did slide when ran into traffic on the second area of their defense. He did slide, so that's the new thing for him, and he showed it Sunday. You go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, so to touch on what y'all were just talking about, I think maybe part of that was because the Texans had the ball for 40 minutes and we had the ball 20. They had the ball about the whole game.
That was crazy.
But yeah, so you talked mainly about defense. So I'll talk offense. I think I'm just going to talk about the O-line. The O-line for the pass game did great. I think they really protected AR. The run game was bad. I don't think JT had any holes to run through the whole game, and that's why he didn't produce much. He had the touchdown, which was great, but other than that, he was getting 2 or 3 yards, and I think moving forward, I think they'll get back in the groove of it, and he'll have holes to run through. But yeah, the O-line did great at one thing, but bad at the other. We need him to be great at both.
Was that the same O-line that ended last season? It's the same 5, right? There's nobody new.
Yeah, it's the same.
With Fries at right guard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's so weird. Okay. No, it's weird. That's actually a good call out. I totally forgot to think about that. Like the O-line, the run offense was not very good. That could help AR too. Yes, and we only had 20. We only had 5 possessions the whole game.
We had the ball 6 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, I say you guys had your point and all valid. Great points for you guys. What I see in the run offense is that maybe just like I saw something there saying that the coach basically sold out on stopping the receivers, Texans receivers. That's why you see Joe Mixon go for 159 with I think on 30 attempts. I think on our side, on the offense side for the Colts, they sold out on stopping the run. That's why you got the big bombs to Alec Pierce, Doolin, and when I didn't think you had a 30-yard catch from Michael Pittman. So I think that they sold out on stopping the run, which worked out for them, but it was able to get AR to chunk it downfield a lot more to open up the offense to get some runs in the RPO, because you did see a couple runs that AR took off and got big chunk yards, even on the 4th down, I think 4th and 5, 4th and 2. He was able to, that was the gutsy call too, by the way, and a good play by him to get an end zone over a safety, a nice, good ass safety in Petrie.
Yeah,
that was a grown man. That was a grown man.
Yeah.
Truck.
He'll be hard to tackle if he don't slide.
Yes, and that's what I'm getting into as well. We say we want him slide. That was a grown man saying, I wants to get this touchdown. My team is down by 9 points. I wants to get an end zone, and I'm going to get it on 4th down. I don't care who's in front of me. I think he maybe stiff arm or maybe 2 defenders, and he able to go head up with a cornerback or a safety that can hit. Petrie can hit. Make no mistake about that. So he got the will to get in the end zone to score points for his team without getting injured. He came back. He got up, smiling, was happy for making a play. What we didn't talk about was where Shane said that the NFL need to look at how they was tackling AR. Where I think it was Mario Edwards body slammed him on the tackle. That was unacceptable for him to pick him up and slam him to the ground with a referee back there to see that. That's unacceptable for them.
If that was Patrick Mahomes, that Edwards might have been thrown out of the game. Like stuff like that's crazy. And one run AR had early in the game, I think it was who's their other safety? Ward, Jimmy Ward dove and pretty much dove at AR's head
on the sideline.
Nobody said anything. Like stuff like that. If it was other players in the league, I feel like a flag would be through. But
the thing
is what it is.
You know, and I don't want, for anybody that's watching this episode, we're not saying that that's the reason why we lost. We're not using that as the reason why we lost, because we had opportunity to win. Our defense failed us. It was just to mention that that's an issue for the referees, for the league to watch to look at the referees on those plays. There's no D tackle, no defensive player should pick up a quarterback. He was picked up and slammed to the ground. Had he got injured, all we hear is he injury prone. Well, damn, he got picked up and got a body slam to the ground by a guy that's 360 pounds. So, the league does definitely have to look at that, because you don't want any quarterback. I don't want any quarterback to get hit like that or slam like that.
You can't say you're protecting quarterbacks and then see that and not do anything about it. Right.
But my reaction, we had, Juju almost had an interception where we mentioned that in the chat how there's a weird rule, how he had 1 foot down, but the other one's on the line. But in the past, there's been an interception, but the changing the rule caused that to be incomplete, and we understand that. But we say we give CJ credit, but he had some plays where he slipped and got sacked. He had some errant throws where it should have been picked off. That we didn't get those missed opportunity for us to get the ball back. It was just a lot of miscues on our end where Holden caught on 3rd down where we could have got the field to keep that drive going, to add to that the 40 time possession. Which is insane. We definitely got to get the field on 3rd down, which I don't know what is going on with Gus Bradley in this zone that is killing us, because it's CJ know what to do. I saw a play where I think it was like 3rd and 15 where CJ went to the right and saw Nico Collins in the middle of the field and got a 1st down. And I was like, everybody should saw that. Everybody should saw that. And one thing I want to point out too, a lot of our I don't want to say ops because it's not a good word to use, but a lot of our haters from other fan bases say that Latu didn't do anything. Latu did impact this game. He might not get a sack, but he had a lot of pressures. He also caused Tunsil to false start maybe at least 2 times, definitely once. That's major for him to get a all-pro left tackle to false start. They want to say, well, he's clumsy or he's known to false start. No, give the young guy, the young bull, some credit. What you guys think about that?
No, yeah, I think I saw he had 5 pressures. I mean, that's all we want. We want QB pressure. Sacks are great, but getting to him is what we didn't have last year. And just adding that already,
I think we had 4 sacks.
Is great. Yeah, I think we had 4
total sacks.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was. But one of the things we talked about last year was like sacks wasn't our problem. We had the most sacks in the history of our franchise last year, right? Sacks isn't a problem. Our problem was pressure rate, and man, CJ Stroud was pressured all game. Like I said, I thought the defensive line from a pass rush perspective was phenomenal.
Yes.
Quiddy got in there. Tyquan Lewis. You guys know how much I love Tyquan Lewis.
That's your boy.
Got in there. Latu. Dio got in there. It was Defo.
Buckner had 1.5 sacks.
Yep, Defoe was an absolute baller. But Defoe's always a baller, right?
Yeah.
You don't expect anything less from him. But if you look at the unit as a whole, the pass rush was absolutely phenomenal.
I was impressed. Like you said, Texans don't tell the whole story. You know, look at the pressures. Look at how they impacted CJ on some of those throws. Yeah, he was pretty decent on third down, but they got to him. He was running for his life. Whereas in week 18 last year, he stood in the pocket, slinging all over the field to Nico. You know, everybody say Coast Killer, but we can give him that for now. But we're gonna move along to most surprising performance of the day. I know everybody's going to say the same, so go ahead and say Alec Pierce had the most surprising performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say
he has to be the option, right?
And no other option. I mean, quarterback, but yeah.
Like nobody thought he was gonna go out there and get over 100 yards.
He had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
We had one. He just had 2 chunk plays.
Oh, 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
Three catches, 125 yards, a touchdown.
Yeah. That might like if you're a fantasy player, that might be a take every like his yards might be over every week now because they're gonna like say it's gonna be over under. Like I'm interested if you play like Prize Picks, like what his over under for yards is. It's probably like 30 or something crazy like that. You should definitely that should be like a freebie every week. I think I am a believer that the deep ball is there for the taking every week.
Oh, wait!
I think we're gonna have some shots. We're gonna have some shots every week.
Oh, yeah, I mean insane.
I'm ready to see that. Like I said, you know, that's our offense. We didn't have that in Gardner Minshew. They always drafted for those reasons because he can push the ball on the field at a good rate, and as he did, we saw on Sunday. He missed a couple of them, but the guy got an arm. He has an arm. Yeah. It's just the timing with his receivers. You know, not everybody's fast as
interesting. What was that one play? Maybe it was in the end zone where he like lofted the ball in.
Yeah,
and you're like, that's a scenario where you use your arm strength and thread that ball in there, right? Like,
yeah.
I was thinking, like, man, if you would have just threaded that ball in the way, like, that's the one thing. That was the one time I was like, bro, just bullet that thing in there. You'll get it in.
Well, I think I know what play you're talking about. And if he would have held the ball like 1 second longer, AD Mitchell was taking a cut to the back corner of the end zone, and he was wide open.
Yeah. I can say, man, there's little things, inches, and we're talking about a complete game. I think he talked about this in his presser. He's like, man, this is like inches that if I would have done something different, we're talking about a totally different ball game.
You got a comment about the turf. You guys want to touch on that before we get to the next topic?
Trash.
I mean, hopefully people ain't slipping every home game. Like, hopefully that
was crazy.
That's just like
it happened everywhere too. Like this wasn't just in Indy. It was like we were watching. Obviously, it happened on the Friday night game. I don't know what that was nuts.
Brazil's wild.
Yeah. But it happened in a couple of other games too. Like I think I saw it in the Cowboys game. I saw it, and was it the Chargers? It was some other. I saw it in one or two other games. I'm just like, what is going on with the turf? Like I don't know if they're using different material or I don't know what they're doing. That was nuts.
Yeah, hopefully it's just getting broke in, and after this week we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I don't think it had any effect on either team. If anything, it would have had a negative impact on the Texans, except CJ Stroud is throwing like dimes from his knees. So
yeah,
I don't know what that's about. That's probably the second half. I don't know what that's about.
I think you had you were out there for a little bit, but we was talking about how our defense sold out on the passing game, trying to stop all those receivers. You know, Diggs, Dale, and Collins. That's for a reason for Joe to cut up like he did. He went AWOL on our rushing defense. There's never been a problem like this in a good while.
Sure.
Unless somebody's injured, but that was one of the things that we didn't mention, how our defense pretty much just sold on passing, stopping in the passing, and it cooked us because once the running game got going, then it's when the passing game reopened up.
But you know what that's a preview of? That's what our offense can be.
Yes.
If you get JT going, it's basically a shootout at that point. If JT got going, or AR hits a couple of those throws, like that's basically what our offense can be. I think our offense can be better than that, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Because we have Downs is out. When he gets back, it's going to be crazy. When he figures out, AD Mitchell is going to be. He's the best route runner on this team. He finds separation better than anybody on this team. I promise you right now, that dude finds separation, and you see that. He was cooking Derek Stingley, and there are a couple times. Yeah, there are a couple times where he got wide open. If obviously the chemistry with everybody else matters, but once he gets that chemistry with AD Mitchell down, bro, this offense is and JT and the offensive line. This offense is going to be absolutely unreal, and it's going to be special.
Yeah, man. We're gonna move on to our next topic, man. And I don't really want to talk about it, but I'll let Harish and I was talking about it because I'm a little frustrated. This guy, you got the video, the Chris Ballard video, Harish. Before we start this,
Jesus Christ, I don't even. It's like insulting at this.
But we like the group we have.
That's what we're going to talk about on our next topic, where how will Ballard fix our secondary? He did, made a move today after announcing that Juju would be on IR possibly till December. But he picked up, we elevated Chris Lamons, and we signed Kelvin Joseph, former Cowboy, former Dolphin, and Seattle cornerback. How you guys feel about that? Is that him fixing it or band-aiding? What you guys think?
Hopefully there's something else gonna happen. I don't know what we're gonna do. I would love to make a trade, but I doubt that'll happen. We have the cap space, but I don't know. I hope he does something other than that.
I'm worried. But I'm gonna let Harish speak on this one.
I have zero faith he's gonna do anything. I'm sorry. I have zero faith that he's going to do anything. He might go get some guy off the streets just to fill a spot. And then he's going to say at the end of the year, well, guys, Juju just has to stay healthy, man. Like, he just has to stay healthy. And then we're just going to move on. And then, the fan base is going to be like, yeah, man, you got to be really, really patient, bro. It's only year 10. You got to be patient. He should have addressed the secondary 3 years ago. Yes, he drafted 3 corners in 2023. Guess what? It's almost 2025, and it's still a problem. This is a perfect scenario, a perfect example. Ballard's not going to pivot. Watch. He's not going to do much. He'll probably bring Lemons back. I'll go get some guy, and then he's like, we'll see what happens. He doesn't pivot. He's absolutely the worst GM in the league when it comes to pivoting. He will not pivot. He won't fix the secondary.
I do have a question. Do you guys regret Latu at 15 instead of getting Quinn Mitchell?
No, absolutely not.
Because I know some people they think
I think Latu was the right choice.
Yeah, I agree. You had to fix that defensive line because remember that was the theory. See, no. I don't need Colts fans changing their narratives because that was the theory at the point. Well, if you fix the pressure rate, then the secondary is automatically going to get better. Yeah. No. Sorry. Yeah. Can you pull up this comment from Teresa about no? Can we go get a diva? Go get me a diva. Go get me a dog that wants to cry and complain, but it's going to perform on the field. I'm tired of dumpster diving, dude. We've been doing it for way too long. Fix the damn problem. Like literally, if you fix the back end of this defense is going to be just fine. You need one more. You've always needed one more corner to fix this defense. And Nick Cross was absolutely, oh my God, throw that guy away too. He's terrible. I don't care what anybody says. That dude sucks. Jesus, man, he's terrible. Throw him away too. He's terrible.
But we like the group we have.
I don't like anybody. Like if your name's not Kenny Moore or Juju Brents, you're dispensable at this point. I actually kind of like Jalen Jones. I thought he did pretty well, and I think he's going to grow. Xavier, just give me somebody that's not like Chris Lamons and stop selling me. Colts fans need to stop selling this crap too. Like, Chris Lemons a dog, bro. He runs like a 3.8 40. Like, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's not good. Stop
but I feel like he's more of a nickel, like not outside.
Yeah, he's not. He's like 5'10". Who's he guarding? Literally, you gonna put him on Devontae Adams? Okay, cool. We're gonna get dusted.
There you go, guys.
Gus Bradley. That's a This is a scapegoat answer. Because when Matt Eberflus was here and the secondary was struggling, what was get rid of Matt Eberflus. That'll just miraculously fix everything. Now it's, get rid of Gus Bradley because his scheme sucks. Dude, he doesn't have a scheme. His scheme is prey. It's terrible, but it doesn't help the fact that he doesn't have a secondary to work with. These are not guys that fit the scheme, and it's due to the fact that Ballard cannot build a team. It is that simple. We're making this harder than it is. Like, you can't keep scapegoating coordinators. Like, he scapegoated offensive coordinators for years, and then he finally fired Frank Reich. He's scapegoating defensive coordinators. Like, we got to stop scapegoating everybody.
Let's see. No, our defense hasn't got very since Matt Eberflus was our guy.
It was mid before he got here.
I mean, I'm saying Matt Eberflus had a good defense. He just he ended up getting
mid. That was all right. The defense was inflated by the fact that Darius Leonard did everything for us.
Yes, we did have.
He was a lurker, right? If you took Darius Leonard out of the equation, that defense was atrocious.
Yeah, it was
at all three levels.
It was definitely this coming right here would lead us into our next topic right here. No Jordan Love this week should equal a deal for the Colts.
I hope so. Like, if Malik Willis dusts us, then fire everybody.
So now we're on to our next topic. Colts week 2. We travel to Lambeau. We face the Packers. Will Levis and the Packers. What are you guys' prediction on the game? It should be a win. We've seen strange things happen. We've seen the Levis lose to Caleb Williams. So what you guys think?
So with Malik Willis starting, I don't think they're going to do very well. I feel like if we can focus on Josh Jacobs, Malik Willis won't kill us. And I think our offense is just going to continue to improve. And I think we'll win this one. I know going to Lambeau is always hard, but yes. I do think we will beat them with Willis starting. I'm going to say, I don't think it's going to be close. 38-10.
Ooh. Hold on. Let me hold on.
You need to record that or something? Do you want to record it?
No.
You want to be like the guy from Michigan who completely writes them off, even though and be like that guy. Like, they have no shot at winning this game.
No. So we got Austin 38-10. He said it won't be close. In a tough environment, they won't be cold. So that's good. That's a plus for us.
September. Thank God. What a great time to go to Lambeau.
Yes. What you got, Harish?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be 38-10. I'd probably say 24-10. Or maybe 20. Yeah, 24-10 seems right. I think we give up a touchdown on the ground just because I don't know what you sell out to do this week. I don't think you should have to sell out to do anything because Malik Willis can't throw for more than 5 yards. But at the same token, if you don't tackle Josh Jacobs and he has a 200-yard game, we're in trouble. But if you could tackle him and he gets maybe 100, then I think we'll be fine. I think this offense, you're gonna have to sustain drives, right? You can't leave your defense tired out there. So I think we'll be okay. I think it probably is close for a while, and then we kind of pull away. So I'll say 28-10. or 20. Yeah, 28-10.
2010.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to play devil's advocate because it is a tough place, and I don't want to, I don't want to say how, I know how a good coach that Matt LaFleur is. He is good, but like you said, Will Levis is ass. That's the reason why he got traded for, I think, a 6th-round pick. He was a 3rd-round pick 2 years ago. So, and I mean, and I don't want to just say, hey, this is a straight blowout. We're going to score 60 or score 40 like the Saints did to the Panthers. It's just I'm giving them, the home field the benefit of the doubt. They're going to get the crowd, going to get behind them. But I got us winning like 24-18. I think yesterday I said we can win by 4 points, but 24 to 18 is kind of fitting, or 24-17. You're unmuted.
I'm on mute. It's a 3 o'clock game?
I think we play. Let me see. Let me double check that.
I don't know where it went.
Let me double check that.
I think we play at 1, but like 12 for y'all.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a cold environment like it normally is. Later on in the year, I got an early game with them in the early part of the season. But I think we can win this game and go 1-1 in the first 2 weeks. So, and I think everything will be clicking. You'll see those passes that was missed with A.D. Mitchell. You'll see that he catches those. You'll see that. Ooh. Yes. So that's what I'm looking for.
If he doesn't miss on those, we might blow him out the water. Honestly.
Yes. And I don't know.
Jones might be back too.
I was about to say, yeah. If he's back, yeah, definitely give the confidence up. Well, say 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
He was running. He was running last week. I just think they didn't want to push it, which I agree with.
6 to 8 weeks, I think. I mean, we're in that window. This is like week 7, I think.
5. Week 5.
Oh,
I think
5 weeks in. Okay.
He got hurt.
We're kind of in that window. Yeah.
So I mean, we all got the confidence that we can win this game. We're traveling. We're hoping that jet lags screws the Packers because they always screw us when we go to play Jacksonville overseas. So we're hoping that this happens to the Packers that help us get this win. I don't really have faith in Will Levis. If Tennessee didn't have faith in him and they traded him after drafting Will Levis, I don't think that the Packers can make turn him into Lamar Jackson week 2. I don't think that can happen.
I don't think so.
I think his game is be more so scrambling. I don't think he's gonna beat us in the air. He's gonna do a lot of running. I hope our defense use AR as one of the dummies to say, hey, this is what you got to defend. He's gonna do this. He's gonna be doing that. He's not gonna beat you for 300 yards passing. So I got faith in our team. So if you guys don't have anything else, man, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Anything else I want to touch before we go? I know. You guys don't like Chris Ballard right now. I know our secondary has been frustrating, and we had a lot of reactions that was warranted. Some of them maybe not. Harish, you and Mike Pittman Jr. So we got some.
Hey man, you gotta show up. That's all.
Huh?
You gotta show up. They got a 4-speed in the ball.
Turf or slip. Okay, yeah, we touched on that too.
One of the ones because I need turf. Yeah.
I think we win the next 3 games.
What are the next 3 games?
I think we got the Bears after the Packers.
Packers, Steelers. We should beat the Packers and Steelers. Don't sleep on the Bears, bro. I'm telling you, man. Don't do it to yourself.
If Caleb can figure it out, don't.
Dude, that's gonna be a
but
scary.
Like, he didn't play good at all against the Titans,
and they still won.
Yeah, 28-14.
I think they figured it out. I think the reason why they came back is because he sort of figured it out. But they also had a defensive touchdown late, right? So
and a punt block touchdown.
Yeah. So listen, Caleb, I fully believe Caleb Williams will figure it out. I hope it's not by week 5.
Agree. Yeah.
Did y'all see what the head coach said about Will Levis? Well, in reference to Will Levis, if they punted the ball every first down.
What did he say about him? Something like, I don't know what the hell he was saying.
He said if they punted the ball every first down, they would have won the game.
That's messed up.
Let's see.
Listen, the Titans fans want to live in their own fantasy world, so we'll let them and their best friend Undisputed do that.
Well, they gave up on him anyway. Texans fans gave up on that quarterback already. They said he's not it.
Oh, well, hell, they should just listen to us 8 months ago.
Pacers, you do. Good show, guys. Always great to hear your opinions. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you, Teresa.
As you guys come home, game, stop by the Blue Crew lot. Okay, Jeremy, appreciate the invite, man. What kind of beer you got? What kind of beer? You know, I need the good beer, man. What kind of beer you got? But guys, yeah, we're gonna head out here, man. We've been on about almost an hour, talking about week 1, talk about Juju being out, talk about this next game coming up that we should win, bad secondary, and of course what can Ballard do to fix this secondary. So we touched on all those bases, guys. If you guys don't have anything else, let us know where we can find you. Starting with Austin.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at CookieAustin2.
Harish.
You can find me on Twitter at the Uncle Gandhi.
And you can find me at Who Is Josh Senior on Twitter. And you can find our page on YouTube, HorseShoe Mob. You can find us on Twitter at HorseShoe Mob _Horseshoe_Mob. Instagram, Facebook, all the same handler, HorseShoe_Mob. Yeah, don't forget to check out our Fan Better Sports website. Check out all the good stuff we got coming. Check out our merch. We launched it last week. Go check it out. Go get you a couple shirts. We got 2 lines right now. Possibly got more coming. Check us out. But before we go, I know you see it on the bottom, guys. Before we go, and at each episode, we're always going to say the same thing. Sam love Jalen Ramsey.